Hello, my name is Barendipitous and welcome to another episode of Pyre. We are going to explore Hollow Root before another rite takes place. Something about the lonesome lands of Hollow Root gives Pamitha a strong intuition to explore the area. Together you set out to take a look. I'll tag along. I could use some air. There seems to be nothing in particular in the vicinity, but then Pamitha raises her voice. Just a moment, reader darling. I think I found us something. The object in question is lodged deep in the ground and bears the mark of the rites. You sense you may be able to secure its contents, but the mystic wards will not be easy to undo. Attempt to open it. You focus all of your mental faculties on the mystic ward sealing the box's contents. Soon you are left exhausted, but the box's lid unfastens. Inside it is a talisman, placed there perhaps by one of your predecessors in the rites from ages past. Star Splinter. The Ord's charge of speed increases. Continue your journey. Ridge of Goal. I'll read the book pages in my own time. Oh gosh, what's on his mind? Sir Gilman is fuming in anger over something, so much so that you are hesitant to approach him, but you approach him anyway. Exile is too like the sentence for this night! He notices you, then, and seizes up. He begins acting rather nonchalant, as though his outburst did not just transpire. Oh, greetings to you, noble Master Reader. What brings you to this night this afternoon? As, even for the likes of this particular Worm Knight. You maintain a gentle tone with him, and ask whether there is something he might wish to discuss. Sir Gilman perhaps could benefit from talking through his woes. He stands there for a time, silent and dejected, but then... Master Reader, this knight cannot escape the horrors of his past. It seems that you would hear them. Then you have this knight's apologies ahead of time for burdening you further with his troubles. Having said that, here then are the troubles you requested. You are, of course, familiar with the siege of the Spiral Sanctum. For this night, the memory of it is like a wound which shall not close. This knight stood there on the front lines whilst the high-wing remnants descended upon us. So furious was their assault that our chain of command was ruptured instantly. We of the Sea Dominion, we require orders to perform our duty. Without such orders, why, we surely made a very easy target there that eve. One by one, then two by two, they picked us off, becoming bolder, some of them, shrieking with laughter all the while. This night, he saw his comrades cast aside like sea flies. How this knight survived he does not know for certain, even now. Perhaps it was that he attempted to pursue and to detain his own knight commander, whom you met when you first met this night. That cursed Sir Deluge! If not for his craven cowardice, the Spiral Sanctum, it might have held at least a little while longer. But instead we were routed, rendered spineless both in form and deed. So Deluge was first to turn and flee, as our chain of command crumbled. And as for this knight, he failed to catch his knight commander. He must have looked a coward too. And thus came the time for penance, and this knight, why, he insisted on the only course of action reasonable. He insisted on the sentence to the downside. And as you can plainly see, his wish was then fulfilled. How absurd that he should re-encounter his old knight commander here soon after. Thus did this knight become obliged to once more to Sir Deluge. We took to the waters in the Sea of Soulless, where soon we met the Pyre Hearts, a triumvirate exclusive to our kind. It was plain to see that they lacked wherewithal, and so Deluge, they thought he could provide it, the leadership they sought. And this was too much of a coward, and his was too much of a coward to decline. As for this knight, being of the Sea Dominion, he had little choice but to comply, or so at first he thought. When he encountered you on the Night Wings, something awakened within him. With so little honour left to lose, and so much left to gain, it became eminently clear that this knight stood a better chance within your ranks than those of Sir Deluge. And there is little left to say. This knight cannot escape his past, and yet he chooses to believe that he was spared that day not merely by coincidence. Perhaps under King Orus yet has plans in store, in which this knight may play a part. This knight, he clings, however vainly, to that hope. He slithers away, his head bowed low. It seems best to leave him be for now. You sense he feels relieved at having shared all this.
Hey guys, say what are you guys doing all the way back here? You know it's not so bad here. I was thinking, and I got some pretty good stuff. I think you ought to check it out.
I'm not going to sell the legendary talismans, definitely not. I think I'm fine for now.
They didn't buy nothing, Dad.
Oh, is this thing his dad? Huh. Here we go. You and the others are busying yourself for the commencement of the rite this evening when you notice Faye behaving strangely, more than usual.
Maybe he's here. I mean, I think he has to be. Somewhere nearby.
She notices you then.
Oh, I'm sorry, mister. I was just here. And I was hoping to say hi to him before we have to do the ceremony with the star ball. Wait, that's him. That's him. My friend is here. He's here.
Just then your adversaries, the Fate, arrive on the other side of the ridge of goal. They begin making necessary preparations. Faye rushes over to them before anyone can stop her, even as the stars above start shining through the darkness. Yeah, true to Supergiant Games form, the voiced dialogue changes according to what happened earlier in the game.
Oh, hello again. Hello.
Why, hello indeed, young one. We are the Fate, and once again we hail you and all the Night Wings.
Thanks. I was wondering, may I speak to your son?
Oh, why, I do not see why not, but let me see here. Alma, where are you? Begging your pardon, young one, but my son, he is not always punctual, you see. Hold, I shall go and fetch him.
Oh, okay. I mean, my friend, I hope that he remembers me.
You. Wait, where's father? Father!
Oh, hello. Hello again. Your father, he went looking for you. Did you not see him?
No, I did not see him. This had best not be some Nightwing's trick, or else I'll...
Oh, there you are, Almer. Our cordial adversary wishes to salute you, I believe.
Oh, that's right. I mean, here, this is my salute. I'm saluting you. It's nice to see you, and may the scribes watch over you, okay? I want them to watch over us all, but maybe just this time, or not just this time, but this and other times maybe, they can watch over all of us, okay?
The two of them stand and watch as Faye skips over to rejoin your group.
An unusual sort, that one.
She is.
She is about your age?
Father? There's something there. What's going on?
I pray that all our training since our last encounter shall not be in vain.
You sense Dalbert speaks the truth. The Fate are more capable than before. They gain talismans and masteries. Yep. Do not underestimate them. So she is not very far along, but I'd like to. Everyone else is. Yeah, we'll go with him.
This knight can think of none so honourable as the Fate, excluding present company, of course. Steel yourself, Almer. Are you prepared to face our adversaries once again?
Always, Father. Let us prevail here and now.
Let us do so indeed, my son.
Dang it! Yeah! Yeah!
What are you doing, you? Put your mask back on. We're in the middle of a rite.
Oh, I know. It's just, I wanted to say, I think that you are very brave, is all, I think. Because we have encountered many triumvirates by now. I mean, we have the dissidents and the tempers and...
What are you talking about? Get to the point.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... I just... My name is Faye. I wanted you to know my name. It's Faye, since I know yours. I see. Then ready yourself, Faye. We shall not hold back.
Such a struggle it must be for poor old Dalbert and his witless son. Remember everything which you hold dear. All for naught. Unfortunate for Dalbert. Brilliantly done.
Nice. All right.
Oh dear. Glorious.
Oh, wow.
Dalbert still can do some work.
Whew, that was well done. Dang it. Ooh.
Cannot take much more of that. The orb, take it. Life wings prevail. Their adversaries prove no match for them. The rite is ended.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just wanted to apologize, I think.
Why, young one, you must not say such things. You are one of the Night Wings, the most envied of all triumvirates. We aspire to your greatness and your glory.
Father, please, no more of this. They have prevailed. We need not grovel at their feet. Almer. Is it Almer? I just had a question. Ask quickly and then go about your business. I just, would you be my friend? What? I was wondering if you would be my friend because I don't have a lot of friends, and you are brave and gentle with your father, so...
Oh, ho, 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 ho. I shall see you in a little while, my son.
What? The scribes, were they not friends? I choose to think they brought us here, to be closer together, not to be apart.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. I think I'll leave this one to you.
Nice.
Honor is elusive, O Sir Gilman, yet enlightenment is eternal.
So grateful is this knight for such a glorious occasion that he is giving strong consideration to performing here and now the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion.
Maybe not. He moves faster than usual and temporarily has an... Ooh, that's cool. When saluting his adversary, Sir Gilman freezes all out. Or... I think if he's the only one, then... Yeah, let's do that one.
Tell the stars alive.
You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles prevailed against the fate, and find Wolford waiting for you there.
Well done back there, my boy. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I have something that I wish to share with you if you've a moment. We've discussed the plan, of which we're all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress toward the goal of it.
25% now. It used to be 23. So how are you measuring the progress exactly?
I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. Look forth. I expect we shall again see several shining stars, where once you saw but one.
So they give me like several options, I guess.
Several shining stars. A trick of the eye or the will of the scribes, who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite, and I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that, in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail.
Henceforth you may use Wolfred's planner to see your current progress. Okay. Using Wolfred's planner, you may assess your progress towards your ultimate goal as well as check the current standings of your adversaries. Wolfred shall keep this information up to date for the remainder of your quest. You may look over it now or any time in the Black Wagon or while searching the stars. So, favor is infinite because we are the Nightwings, I guess. So, I guess like their tournament record, it seems. Additional rights required. Additional exiles required. Total rights conducted. Exiles liberated. Aldi on the 30th of 8 Moon, 8:37 AS. At long last, the plan is well underway. The cycle of the rites turns quickly up for the time. We soon should have another stab upon the fall of Solium. Okay. Okay. So, this is versus everybody. We're pretty much in a tournament with 10 teams. Wait, no, is it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is only 9. Huh, I must have miscounted earlier. A couple episodes ago, I looked at the title the menu, and I counted 10 groups. I kind of didn't count them all entirely. I guess it was probably just 9. Anyway, Nightwings. Ours is a triumvirate against which all others are judged. Withdrawn, defilers of the rites, who forsake the scribes for a profane monster. Chastity, corrupted opportunists who mean to use the rites for selfish gain. Essence, prisoners of war whose hatred for the Commonwealth runs deep. Dissidents, chaotic firebrands, unconcerned about what is at stake in all of this. They just like the game. Pyre hearts, once known for their spirit and bravery, now a craven laughingstock. Fate, they cling to the belief that the scribes are watching over them. Accusers, their righteous traditions have given way to ruthlessness and spite. Tempers, prideful at having prevailed more than all triumvirates combined. Well, it's not really true anymore, is it? The withdrawn now have more victories than you do. I mean, should we just like keep moving up or something? Let's go against them. Actually, maybe the withdrawn would have been better, because then their favor would have gone down by losing. The next adversaries are to be the accusers, led by one called Lendl, whom I believe you first met many moons ago. His is a tale I hope shall be forgotten. He then tells you what he knows of your next adversary. Lendl the Liar, the first adversary you confronted in the Rites, not long after you took your first steps on the path to freedom. A former constable of the Commonwealth, he gained a reputation for his strict and brutal manner. By any means, he always caught the crook. Once, he arrested a civilian who hated him on suspicion of theft of Commonwealth artifacts that had gone missing. Lendl discovered the artifacts himself in the civilian's home. The suspect soon was exiled. Still, he denied the charges, even as they cast him downriver. The case was investigated further, though too late. Suspicions turned to Lendl. It turned out he planted the damning evidence himself, so he was exiled in turn. In the downside, he soon became acquainted with the Rites, having heard of all this from several people in high places. He asserted himself as the de facto leader of the accusers. They bent to his aggressive nature and prevailed many times under his watch. Yet each time his chance at liberty arose, the Nightwings ever defeated him, or simply did not show. At any rate, Lendl shall be looking forward to our arrival, I expect. We may resume our journey come daybreak, but in the meantime I would advise taking what rest you can. You bid the lone minstrel a good evening. At dawn you shall take flight again. Faye seems very happy about something, and has been chanting softly to herself. On closer inspection, however, she seems to be engaged in conversation with the wagon wall. And so after the rite he said to me, I think he said to me, farewell. Can you believe it, little brother? He said that, and then he left, to go find Mr. Dalbert, who went on ahead. And so I think that maybe we are friends now. Don't you think so too? We have a lot in common, don't we? Friends are supposed to have a lot in common, right? For instance, we're both fighting for those we care about, for those who helped us when we needed it. Is that not so? He is very lucky to have met Mr. Dalbert, isn't he? She falls silent for a time, then, it cannot be that the 8 scribes intended that all of us just have to fight each other all the time. It just cannot be. So many whom we face, they don't like us very much, do they? Because if we prevail against them, that it must mean that they cannot go home, even if they really want to. So that's why they don't like us. Back home, when they told me to stop being me, I didn't like them either. You want to know what I think, little brother? I think the scribes put us together in all this so we can learn from one another and grow closer together as friends. That is what I think, little brother, and I told them so. And maybe the next time I see Omer and Mr. Dalbert again, they will be happier to see me then. She bounds off, noticing you as she goes. Hi, mister. You sense some burden has been lifted from her, and her knowledge of the rites, however informal it may be, has crystallized into a deeper understanding. She gained one hope permanently. Nice. Wish her well, indeed. In the common room, you may review various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their respective paths toward enlightenment and the rites. Oh, okay. Cool. someone asked me what game I was playing, and told them I'm playing Pyre, and so yeah, anyway. It somehow, this is a real, it somehow like combines a kind of sport with visual novel and RPG elements. Super Giant Games. Well, shall we go? Continue our journey? You soar near to the border of the sandfolds where your companions first found you in the downside long ago. There is nothing for you there, and you wish never to see it again.
Oh, a pleasure to encounter you within the skies themselves, O Night Wings.
They deliberately crashed into us, Father, yet you still address them in such a cordial manner.
Now, Alma, I am certain that this was an honest accident, and it appears no lasting damage has been done. Please, take the helm as I shall go and start to pick up all the fallen artifacts which shook free from the walls after the impact. Perhaps some of these old heirlooms may yet be repaired with adhesives drawn from certain flora we may find along our long and difficult quest.
Darn you, Night Wings, you stay away from us.
Sorry.
I'm kind of like, just kind of wanting to see like what places I can explore a bit, I guess. Below, amid the desolation of flagging hands, you see big birch-roots, from which you first embarked by the sea. You wonder how its venerable proprietor is faring.
I am certain that Big Bertrude must have left a strong impression on you all. She is not easy to forget. I've known her since before my exile, or hers. She's been here a long time. I've sent my agents to repay her for assisting you and to send her our regards. The old wagon must have been in need of some repairs. As you soar above the waters of Worm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman slide up to you, very slowly. We are very, 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 very high above the waters, if this knight is not mistaken. This knight's brethren lurk beneath the surface there in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial in the custom of his kind.
The hulk of Ores. It has drifted here upon the sea for longer than one might expect. Perhaps you have already read of the doomed ship's demise in the embrace of unfathomed plurnis. Some say it was the sea itself which preserves the ship's remains, hidden properties within the water, sea creatures binding together ruined planks of wood. Those such as yourselves and the accusers know another truth, I gather. The stars would not align over the wreckage if it did not have greater significance than first appears. May you have good fortune there during the coming rite. You touch down to the Sea of Solace, where you first encountered Sir Gilman and the Pyre Hearts. You soon shall carry on by sea, though for now you have some time to spare. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Sir Gilman. Yes! Ah, my best friend in all the world, come to visit me again. Does that make you uncomfortable, perhaps, that I should call you thus? Perhaps you think that you do not yet know me very well, but I know you just fine. You reveal a great deal to me when you come visit me like this. You're not the only one who can sense things in others, you know. She laughed to herself. One learns to read a bit, when forced to suddenly appear within a book for 837 years or so, especially if one is wont to pry a little, you understand, for it gets rather boring here. I know all about you. A crippled scholar who vowed to help his friends be free again, only to end up spending all his time talking to an apparition stuck in a stone. Oh, I know about your loves, or lack thereof, about your favorite pastimes, certain habits you may be somewhat loath to admit. Fear not, of course, I use this special knowledge only as a means to entertain myself, I think. And if you don't like it, why, just keep your distance, like so many of your predecessors. As for the other Beyonders, they are as wraiths to me, as I must seem to all those idiots with whom you consort. I cannot confide as easily in my own kind as I am able to confide in you. But I suppose that I've said too much. Thank you as ever for the visit. You have given me a lot to think about, more than you know. She laughed again softly. Just name the victim, and I shall be more than pleased to make him or her suffer for a bit. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Sir Gilman. You think that dim-wit of a worm has any chance? Perhaps you are correct, though I put little stock in him myself. Though, let us bring him forth. Soon Gilman appears in heat of the summons. Master Reader, is this knight perchance in trouble for something? No, not at all, Sir Gilman. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, worm. You answer to me here.
As you will, your highness.
Your highness. I like the sound of that. No flattery shall get you nowhere here. Demonstrate your competence to me, then, worm. You shall have to do it mostly on your own, though under the guidance of your lovely reader. I trust you are prepared.
Of course, your highness. This knight accepts this challenge.
What the heck? Dang it. Okay, this is difficult. Dang it. Okay. I was so close.
Dang it. There we go. 3 more times. I should have thrown it. It was covered by auras. Of course it was. Dang it. Nice. There we go. 2 more, 2 more. We have such large auras. Curses! Laughable. The worm lacked any concept of his foolishness. I would tell you not to waste my time, worm, but the truth is that my time is here for you is there for you to waste. Do you think you could do better than that? Yes. Perhaps that worm of yours shall not fail so badly as before. Why did I walked right into that? Why did I do that? Of course. Well, I'm just making stupid mistakes now. Oh. I was hoping to jump over that. There we go. Oh, gosh, dang it. What? Just like that? There we go. So he is certainly much faster than everyone else here. There we go. There we go. One more. Here we go. Oh, I just ran right into it. Great. What? I thought I had you. All right. Yes! Ugh! I'm sorry if my claps are too loud. Huzzah! This night prevails! I have no choice but to concur with that statement, with that assessment, Worm. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus congratulations are in order. To you, and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Maybe that's I guess like clapping. Such a loud clap is just an instinct for me or whatever. I'm sorry if I keep blowing up your ears every time I'm victorious and do that kind of loud clap.
Master Reader, this knight is humbled after having passed that sorceress test. Whoa! By the scales of the Underking orders. What is that you have?
Oris's scale. Jumps farther than usual by 30%. Yes. What did I just get? I don't understand. You find Faye gazing down into the depths. The water is very beautiful, and yet it's very dangerous. They've always said it's very dangerous if you fall in or drink enough of it. But by the scribes they have protected us, and they are watching, I just know. Even out here in the waters of Under King Oris, they urge us on. I feel it. I just know. There's no denying that the north current sends you quickly on your way. Perhaps that is the thought of reaching land again, but you can sense a spring in everybody's step. Gain 2 quickness for the next rite. Cool! Faye seems to be talking to the black wagon's walls again, though at this time something seems to have come over her. Little brother, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? You are unsure of whether to check in with her, or leave her be. Fate would not be here if she lacked the capacity to work through her problems. Yeah, she's worked through her problems before. You sense now is not the time to interrupt, and that Faye is on the verge of confronting some long dormant emotions which she ought to face. They always said that there was something wrong with me, but they wouldn't really tell me what. They wouldn't say. They said that I was moon-touched, but so what? So then, the scribes, they called me here. They are the ones who brought me here, not those people. They were so cruel. They always were so cruel. I didn't have a little brother at the time. No one that I recall really, although so much of it back then. I can't tell how much of it I dreamt. Most of it. I didn't want it to be true. But I remember that they threw me out.
They decided they would throw me out and let the scribes take care of me, they said. The scribes, they would take care of me. It was so very quiet here, and I was all alone again, although I think I liked it more, being alone down here than being alone back there. Everybody's alone down here too, and so it makes me feel less alone, somehow. Back there, why, I would sometimes see families, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, but here, there was hardly anyone at all. But I knew that I was closer to the scribes. I knew that they were in the sky above, and I did search for them up there, And then one night, I found them. I saw the stars, and they were falling to the ground, and I thought, why is it the scribes themselves are crying? Are they sad? And maybe are they sad for me? Well, that was when I first saw you, little brother. With your help, I'll get closer to the scribes. That way maybe they could answer all my questions, don't you think? But I'm so very glad I found you and the others. I'm finally not alone. And more importantly, I think sometimes I even feel that way. That I'm not alone. Maybe as we get closer, maybe I will get to feel that way more often. Being here or being anywhere, with you and all my friends. She falls silent. Though you were concerned for her at first, you sense that now she is at peace. She wanders off, paying you no notice in the least. You sense you have a better understanding of her now. Indeed I do. You attune yourself to the strange and mystic properties of the Book of Rites, embracing such as possible that which cannot be explained or truly known. Inspiration comes to you in the flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. You gained the reader's influence tenacity. Nice. Continue your journey. What now? What the heck? Here in the murky waters of Sea of Solace, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Hedwyn, whom you liberated at the fall of Solium. You learn Hedwyn returned safely to the Commonwealth, where he was clothed and welcomed, his past transgressions all forgiven. He was to be groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the council or the blood border. Such equality was lucrative and secretive as well. However, he refused, and before the stunned council members could do anything about it, he left them. He since made contact with Wolfred's agents and is working together with them. Thus, the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Per the messenger imp custom, the last part of the message was transcribed from Hedwyn, word for word, and says, "Keep going. I'll see you there." You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Soon your companions are all abuzz about it. He did it. I always thought Hedwyn was looking for someone out there back home. Do you think he found her?
A glorious example Hedwyn sets for all of us.
Wonder if he'll ever find the one he fell for.
Tizo's happy to hear Hedwyn is well back in the Commonwealth.
Yeah, that's how it's done, Hedwyn. Right behind you, chum.
The news of Hedwyn's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Wish Hedwyn luck. Here we are.
Hey guys, come on in. Say, now, whatever happened to that smiley Hedwyn guy? Did he really get out of here like I've been hearing, or what? So I'm thinking, like, I kind of want to just keep the legendary talismans, really. Like some of these are pretty cool. I haven't been using this that much. I don't know, man. Wow. I do like this, though. I'll have to wait a bit, though, I think. Well, actually, no. I just haven't been using those, really. This way, I can get some more of this stuff. And this thing. I do like this. Stardust will be good. Especially for the legendary stuff. Must be our lucky day here. Or I don't know what did. Okay, I'll do this right, and then that'll be it for this episode. Here we go. Here, among the immeasurable depths of the Hulk of Horrors, you await the signal of the stars. There is no sign yet of your expected adversaries, the accusers. Then the little imp Tizo flutters up to you. You have some history with your next adversary, Lendl. And indicating that Lendl has a personal vendetta against him. Really? Against an imp? But before you can explain anything further, the stars align, begin to call to you. Excuse me. Your companions are assembled and ready for the rites to commence. However, there is still no sign of your adversaries, the accusers. The little imp Tizo screams something, cautioning you all to stay alert. But then someone leaps forth from the shadows. He grabs at his mask. Aha! Caught out, you miserable beast! I knew it. After all this time, I knew that you were still among their ranks. He's angry to have stumbled into an apparent trap laid for him by Lendl. Silence, fiend. You robbed me of my freedom, my dignity. Your evil shall be ended, here and now. And you, Nightwing, shall not deny me thus again. Come then, my accusers, for we face again none other than the spawn of the accursed imp, Ha'ub the Swallow. Let us show him now that he is a disgrace. Tizo whispers something angry back at him. Whatever transpired between him and Lendl in the past, Lendl evidently has not let it go.
Who shall conduct the rites?
I cannot see, like, her experience here, unfortunately. Definitely her. Can this not be upgraded? Oh, you can kind of see it here. Okay.
Sir Gilman,
This knight shall not stand idly by while the diminutive Tizo suffers such slurs. Nightwings, the wicked fiend you serve as an affront. He denied my rightful freedom in my moment of triumph. I shall never forgive him or any of you.
now begin.
Dang it.
There we go.
Adversary's pyre is the first to falter. Ta-ta, Lendo.
What?
How very fortunate.
There we go. Alright.
Hold still, you begotten little pox! You misbegotten little pox! We are not finished with you yet!
He utters at Lendo a slew of the absolute worst imp profanity.
Your curses could not possibly affect me any further, you foul spawn, for you have taken everything from me already. But if I am to be trapped in this forsaken hole with you for the remainder of my days, then I shall see to it that yours shall be as doleful as my own.
That Lendo certainly enjoys a rousing speech. Though talk means nothing in the rites.
Oof.
Left yourselves wide.
Indeed we did.
A show of strength from the Nightwing's opponents. Resplendent. Tis too close to call who shall prevail as yet. Righteous fire.
Yep. Nice. Dang it. You left yourselves wide open there.
The Nightwings prevail again. Their hapless adversary stood no chance. The rite is complete.
Oh man, he's looking so pleased with himself. Very pleased you prevailed, but wishes to make a quick exit at this time. Hey, yeah, we won. Let's go, please. Now, can we go, please?
Blast! Where did he go? Where did he go? That infernal imp. It is a monster in disguise. A fiend. Come forth to torment me until the day I die.
Lendl storms off in a fit of anger. Tizo reappears once the coast is clear and expresses his gratitude again. What Lendl said before, if Tizo really is a descendant of Ha'ub the Swallow, then he has quite the legacy to live up to.
There is much to learn from this experience.
There we go.
If only wings could speed us on toward greater understanding.
All in all, having to unlearn everything I've learned is going somewhat faster than expected. After banishing an enemy, she moves 30% faster. After saluting her adversaries, Pamitha instantly switches places with her nearest ally. Use her dash ability in rapid succession and for less stamina.
Until the next rite.
Oh,
Alright. After the Nightwings defeated the accusers almost effortlessly, you return to the wagon to recover and plan your next move. The time has come to search the stars again and determine where the rites shall take you next. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Maybe I should go against them to kind of reduce their favor a little. If I can. Maybe I can't. Oh, here we go. The withdrawn and witch Udmilta have designs upon the rites that have nothing to do with freeing free again. What they seek, no one in good conscience could abide. He then reveals what he has learned of her and her designs. Witch Udmilta, one of the bog dwellers and head of the withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of Ysalk, the Astralborn, than in the rites. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for common values. She practiced the unspeakable. Somehow, one day, her research into flammable reagents grew into an obsession with Ysalk, despite widely held belief that he is dead or never did exist. But Udmilda held that Ysalk is merely dormant, and shall someday be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Then at last could Ysalk return to his glorious home, and Udmilda would go with him. When the Commonwealth officials showed up to take Udmilda in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, a sentence to the downside meant being that much closer to Ysalk's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the withdrawn stood ready to assist. She speaks in seeming riddles, yet the threat of her intentions, I think, cannot be dismissed. Let us be on our guard, and therefore let us rest now while we can. You bid Volfred a restful night, in kind. It is too late to take flight, so you expect to press onward come daylight. Tizo seems somewhat less cheerful since his run-in with Lendl and the accusers. He approaches you, wanting for you to hear him out. He seems unhappy about something Lendl said to him. Understands full well why Lendl is angry with him. Does not like Lendl as a person. He recognizes nonetheless that he denied his freedom. It was a liberation rite. He did what he felt necessary. He wanted to help his friend go free. Nevertheless, he still feels a certain guilt and regrets that the rites force exiles into such situations. He falls silent for a while. Whether the 8 scribes ever intended for him, such as he, to participate in the rites firsthand is difficult to know for certain. Then, Tizo is grateful to you for listening. He knows the scribes created the rites with good intentions. He promises to keep doing his best to live up to the legacy of the scribes. He bounds up into the rafters with some of the other drive imps, regardless of whether he truly is the descendant of Ha'ub the Swallow. Surely the scribes would have been proud of him. Okay, I will stop here for now. Thank you very much for watching. All the best.